I'll start off by thanking Katie for jumping in first. I can catch my breath a little bit. But, seriously, I'm going to roam around a little bit, but I'll be right back. I promise you, I'll be right back. But, yeah, we're supposed to talk about a few things and about the Sugarman's maneuver and all that. But just, I'll keep this short. I promise you, it won't be that bad.
No.
You have to turn around a little bit.
No.
We're good?
No.
Not yet. No, okay. Best DJ ever, Susan? So, I hope everybody's really having a good time. As you get older and you decide to do this way late in the game, people are further away, and they got, it's not in their 20s anymore. But anyway, he was at mine about 28 years ago when I married Wendy, and he was at my party, and here we are today at yours, and it's an absolute honor. But seriously, Jen, there's so many ways you can look at the way a wedding goes. You got a 10. No, seriously. And I mean this, I'm not making this up. Watching your dad, like there's the wedding, and then there's the marriage. That little 2-minute part. That was an 11. That was just the warmest, most warm. I've been at a lot of these things. That was just phenomenal. So thank you for that memory, because I'll have that forever. Before I talk about this guy, because life's all sort of full of chapters and stuff. And my chapter started with him 35 years ago. It was 1989. And we'll get to that in a second. Because that chapter also started with somebody else that I got to know pretty well. Because growing up, I remember my friends would always come over to my house and tell me that my mom was cooler than me. And I didn't understand what the hell they meant by that. Because I don't think she is. I mean, they always told me she was. They would come over and hang out with her. And I'd be upstairs. I didn't know you were here because they're hanging out with my mom. But when I met Pat, I understood that. Pat is probably one of the most sweetest, awesome people. I am not going to get choked up on this. Yes, I am. But I'm not going to get choked up on this. But if you haven't had a chance to get to know Pat, get to know her. She is a blessing in anybody's life. So anyway, supposed to tell you about a Sugarman's maneuver. I'm not going to do the whole thing because he was with me. It ended with me having to explain to Pat how I ripped the tire off of her car. We'll save that for a story if you want to remember that. We'll save that for a story if you want that on the side. But I do want to do this one. When I met, and I've been, like if you ever go on live TV and you don't want to say the F word or something like that, you're like, don't say the F word. I'm sitting here like, don't say the word, because I don't know him as Marty. I met him in 1989 in an engineering class. He was sitting in front of me, and he was humming a song from Led Zeppelin called Trampled Underfoot. Now, for those of you who don't know Trampled Underfoot, this is a sample. Okay, thank you so much. Just so you have a reference, he was humming this in an engineering class. So I was like, I gotta meet this guy. And he immediately became known as Moose. Now Moose, and I've heard Marty Mayhem, some of these folks I just met. It's an absolute honor to meet all of you. Just phenomenal people, I can see why. But Moose, you ever see, everybody here is old enough to know the show Cheers, right? And then you got that guy that walks in that everybody just kind of, Norm, remember? What does everybody do when Norm came in that room? Remember? Norm! That was him. It could be the bowling alley and it's like all this noise and he'd walk in and everybody would go, Moose! And they'd smile because Moose was there. It could be the library, like whoosh! And then, it could be Denny's at 3 o'clock in the morning because we had no place else to go after the concert. And you walk in there and go, Moose! And someone would spill their drink. But anyway, that's Moose. And that was a chapter in my life. And I have not had that experience. You see where this is going? I have not had that experience in 30-some years. So this is probably it. This is not for them. This is for me. Okay? So pretend you just walked out the door. You're just kind of like walking in for the first time. And he's our Norm. But his name is Moose. And I traveled a long way to get here. So just do this for me. Marty walks in the door. It's Moose. He walks in, and the crowd yells, Moose! Thank you. That's a memory for me. But in all seriousness, I'll wrap this up here because I got to get going here. But yeah. You guys, this was one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a long time. To the many pages that we turned to get to this day, for the many pages in the chapters, catastrophes, good times, bad times, all the things you're going to go through, all the chapters you have to write together, this is that beginning day of that. And I toast you for what happens today, what a great day this was, but I toast you for the future and what you have to come. So please raise your glasses. Serious cheer for Jen and Marty. Thank you. These guys are family. But wait! There's more.